So that's kind of fun. But yeah, King, it's interesting to see King. I know the other King team that has signed up for this tournament, I think there's 3 in total, but the one that I know of is Straight to the Point Wilson and Legit Punisher.
Right.
They're also a team. But Burnt Pan and Compute actually making it quite far here. Players that don't participate too much in Gravy Cancel Weekly tournaments, but I've seen both of them on stream before. And there he is, you see Kingdom Esports. And they're going into game 1 on Thunderguard against Boomy and Remy. Remy staying on Koji. Boomy normally plays either Bodvar or Terrace, so it's going to be interesting to see whether he does a Legend switch if this match is difficult. But we're seeing a Jala and Bryn coming out from the blue team.
Here we are, Boomy with the unarmed. Everybody else has weaponry. Boomy's still not able to pick up a weapon. Remorse with that bow is keeping Burnt Pan on his toes. Boomy picks up a sword. Compute is just bouncing around him. They're just trading blow for blow right now. But on the left side, Remorse has been able to trade out pretty well against Burnt Pan.
Remy gets that nice side air, tries to follow up with an end lane. They actually get... Wow.
And Remorse gets the finishing blow onto Compute out of nowhere. 3 quick neutralites and Compute is taken down.
Remorse and Boomy do this great thing where when they notice that, oh, geez, the bomb nearly kills Remorse there, but they do this great thing where when they see them on the other sides of the stage and they have the opponent being knocked towards them like that, for instance, they always follow it up with an attack right afterwards. A nice D-Light Dare comes out to execute Burnt Pan, and Boomy and Remy already take the lead here. A nice signature being able to land on Boomy there that puts him to the orange, but either way, there's still a stock ahead for both players.
Boomy gets a ground pound onto Burnt Pan. Remorse and Boomy are both eking into the red, but so is Compute. They've got to finish off these first stocks if the Kingdom Esports boys want to continue on.
Bo actually lands into Boomy's face there as he has to recover high, and he dodges the wrong way.
He can't get to the wall.
So that's Boomy's stock there, dodging incorrectly, being able to lose that a little earlier than I think he had to, and Burnt Pan and Compute both playing around with their axes right now in the middle of the stage. The side air lands on Remy.
Burnt Pan. Stocks evened up, Compute in the red. Boomy wants to finish it off, and that weapons also do it. Burnt Pan with his axe, he's got to add up damage right now. Oh, but the nair from Boomy, he wants to go hard. Went with a dodge towards Burnt Pan, but couldn't get the second nair.
There's a mine in the center of the stage. The hammer knocks Boomy close towards this. Boomy goes for a ground pound on the Compute. Burnt Pan playing dangerously close to that explosive. They try to set up a black hole there, but it actually gets interrupted as Remy's knocked off the stage. Boomy finding that side air, has Compute in the center of the stage. Are they going to try to go for something? No, recovery stops them from being able to set anything up, and nice nair sends Remy flying into the sky. Match is rather even, but you have to consider that Compute's already on his last stock here as he finds a D-Light Sarah into Remy.
Ground pound from Boomy, dare from Boomy, Compute can't get to the wall, and Compute is taken down. Burnt Pan now has to do the 1v2. Everybody 2 stocks in the red. Burnt Pan gets hit by the recovery.
Right.
It's not over yet. If he can finish off these stocks, then it's just, you know, a regular 1v2 against 2 people in the white health. But Burnt Pan right now has no weapons to his name. Bomb toss,
doesn't
not
even kill.
Enough.
Recovery comes out, and Burnt Pan's actually maneuvering quite well. Boomy and Remy haven't actually been able to get anything set up. That side sig being charged a little bit too long allows Boomy to get a nice D-Light Sarah off, and Burnt Pan trying to end Boomy's stock here with multiple down airs. Down airs into the stage won't kill, but a recovery will do it, and Burnt Pan's got to make this stock count right now before Boomy touches the stage, but Remy doesn't get hit too much as he hits Burnt Pan towards the center of the stage, but he's actually doing quite well in this 1v2, taking 2 stocks already. Sidelight comes out. Remy waits for an opportunity to hit Burnt Pan. He's maneuvering around all these ground pounds.
Burnt Pan doing a great job of just completely avoiding things. Gets caught by that Sair. Doesn't get hit by the ground pound, but he's going to go back up to the ledge. But the neutral light catches Burnt Pan. Burnt Pan, he's got to dodge around more and actually get damage out, but interrupts Remorse, who was neutral sigging his teammate.
And Boomy and Remy seem to be having some difficulty against Slicing Burnt Pan. The stop scoop will do it, but they were brought both into the orange trying to execute that stock, not being able to get a black hole off like they like to do. And Burnt Pan having a good showing on his Jala. Compute needs to make sure that he does not lose stocks a little too early if they want to be able to have a chance against the likes of this terrifying combination that is Boomy and Remy.
Map spanned out again in this game too. It looks like they're going back to Thunderguard, and Compute and Burnt Pan, they've got to change what they were doing. I know they jumped into it, but I don't know if they completely registered what absolutely happened. And I think we're gonna see a repeat of what just happened. Burnt Pan able to pick up the sword. Compute picks up a spear. Once again.
I think in order for them to succeed here, Burnt Pan showed that he's really good in the 1v2, being able to hold on to his own, hold on to his stock, even on a low defense legend like Joe. And Compute ended up getting killed really early from some offstage shenanigans that Boomy and Remy were able to pull out. Like, we look over here, they're already kind of focusing him out. He's already in the red. He needs to be able to try to stay to center stage, hold on his own into a 1v1, or just run around and bait people into Burnt, and maybe they'll have a better chance of being able to do more damage. As we see Burnt Pan already winning out on the trades against Boomy here.
Compute gets caught by the ground pound and gets taken down. Burnt Pan is going to have to do a lot more work if he wants to keep his team in this. Compute he's just struggling a little bit in this 2v2 situation right now. He hasn't been able to add up too much damage. I didn't see the numbers at the end of
it. Was low. It was definitely low for Compute. And I think Burnt Pan actually ended up doubling that as he gets another recovery here. As Compute tries to go in for that N-Sig. Remy putting out that N-Sig of his own and gets hit by a ground pound. That'll execute.
Ground pound from Compute will actually take down Remorse.
Burnt Pan has the opportunity to take a solid lead here, but Compute, keep in mind, always a stock behind. He's about to lose another one as he's being brought into the orange here. If he's stuck into a 1v1, gets a nice delay on the Boomy. Weapon toss goes as well, but Remy ends Burnt Pan's stock, and this is an opportunity for Boomy and Remy to take a solid stock lead here as Boomy ends up end-lighting him the wrong way. Remy setting up that haymaker, and Boomy not reversing his attack as he gets that delay. Wow, ground pound recovery.
That was a mix-up, to say the least. Downlight ground pound into a recovery from Boomy, and Boomy is still on his first stock, and Compute is on his last stock.
Burnt Pan gets a nice delight there, but that's the first stock that Boomy just lost to Compute. You're absolutely right about what you predicted. We're on the same map, and we're seeing the same situation, which is Compute lagging behind as Burnt Pan tries to be able to carry the weight. So he gets a nice cider on the Boomy. Compute or Burnt Pan are going to have to find an early stock on either one of these players right now if they want to be able to have a chance of taking game 2.
Compute has to play a lot more conservatively. If he gets taken down, then he leaves his teammate into that 1v2 situation. And while I'm confident in Burnt Pan to do reasonably well in that situation, it's not a situation you want to be in. Compute wanted to finish off Boomy, but Boomy able to make it back up top. Compute not able to follow up after the neutral light.
Weapon toss comes out.
Scoop from Boomy takes down his teammate, and the side air from Compute.
Possibly will do it if Burnt Pan can get this ground pound. No, he ends the ground pound, and the scoop will actually kill him as Boomy reverses that ledge guard situation, and Compute now being brought to kill percent as he's off the stage against Remy and Boomy. Boomy sent flying from that cider. Burnt Pan trying to defend his teammates. He goes in for that recovery, but Boomy not afraid, even at high percentage, as he goes in with that hammer and tries to get more damage in against the blue team.
Boomy has taken so much damage. Just look how far he's flying from a side light, but it's not enough. There's the ground pound from Compute to finish him off. Stocks are even, but Compute is in the red, and I would be surprised if Remorse and Boomy don't just go straight after Compute and try to go to the 1v2. Down
air is coming out from Brennan as he tries to get some 9 lights off. He's actually keeping Remy off, and Burnt Pan winning out in the trades against Boomy, but that end light will do it. D-light cider dropped from Compute as he's not able to continue getting more damage on the likes of Remy and Boomy, trying to end him with an air. Remy putting out N-Sigs over and over again, trying to read a dodge inwards, and Compute waiting for weapon spawn. And N-Sig actually connects on Boomy, and Burnt Pan gets it with the spike ball, being able to get multiple hits on the red team here, but blue team is looking dangerously close to losing their stocks here. Spike ball are just being tossed left and right.
Throwing spike balls everywhere. Compute and Burnt Pan in the red, Remorse in the red, but Burnt Pan gets taken down, and now Compute has to do the 1v2. Oh, that was dangerously close to that neutral heavy. Compute side aired off the map, and the double taunt from team YeahMe2KHonestlyHot.
Honestly hot, yeah.